Hey, good day to you. This is Todd. I am just a regular dude walking in the Word. Let me ask you a question. If you were to only obey 2 of God's commands, what would they be? Would it be like, thou shalt not commit adultery, or thou shalt not steal? What would they be? Think about that. We used to teach kids a lot. And one of the lessons that we did actually, it was like a 12-week series on the 10 Commandments, okay? And we would teach each commandment one per week, going through that. And if you're doing the math here, I just said teaching the 10 Commandments for 12 weeks. And you're thinking to yourself, that doesn't quite add up. Todd, you need to go back to school, because one commandment for the 10 Commandments for 12 weeks is not proper math. But what we would do is we would go through each of the 10 Commandments, and then the last 2 commandments we're talking about the passage that we're going to be actually reading today, which those 2 commandments sum up all the 10 Commandments. Okay, so let's read it here. If you have your Bibles, turn to Matthew 22, 34 to 40. All right, it's Matthew 22, 34 to 40. It says this: hearing that Jesus had silenced the Sadducees, the Pharisees got together. Okay, remember, it's like they cut different religious groups come to Jesus, trying to trip him up. Okay, now the Pharisees are coming at him. Okay, one of them, an expert in the law, and the King James will say a lawyer, okay, but it's an expert. They understood the law, the Jewish law. One of them, an expert in the law, tested him with this question: Teacher, which is the greatest commandment in the law? And he's going to try and trip him up here. Like, wait, what are you going to say? Jesus replied, love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. Basically, love God with everything you got. Okay, that's the first one. Verse 38, this is the first and greatest commandment. Verse 39, and the second is like it, love your neighbor as yourself. All the law and the prophets hang on these 2 commands. So, when we taught the 10 Commandments, we had a saying, and we had a contest a lot of times to see who could recite all the 10 Commandments. And you might go, I can't recite all 10 of them. We had a little saying that we did to teach the kids. It was called, it was go into Venice, silly puppy, monkeys and snakes like everybody. If you knew that saying, you could pretty much recite the 10 Commandments. Go is, it's each word at the beginning letter is the command. Okay, so go stands for God. Okay, into stands for idols. All right, so you can see how that works out. But the thing is, if you're like, I don't remember all the 10 Commandments, if you just remember these 2, it sums it all up. Love God with all your heart, and then the second one is love your neighbor as yourself. Okay, if I love God with all my heart, I'm not going to worship idols. I'm not going to break the Sabbath. Okay, and so that takes care of those commands. Okay. And then we have the last commands that have to do not with my relationship with God, but with my relationship to other people. And if I love my neighbor as myself, I'm not going to be coveting. That's where a lot of our sin starts, coveting. I'm not going to covet what they have or envy what they have. I'm not going to commit adultery. I'm not going to steal from them. All these things, if you obey those things. So hopefully that helps you understand this. And Jesus just made it simple and said, you can do it. You can do anything you want, just as long as you love God and love your neighbor. And then that limits, like, okay, I can't be stealing from them. I can't be, cheating on their wife and all this stuff. All right. So, and it goes back to Romans 13:10. Paul wrote this in Romans 13:10. And so let me read that here. Romans 13:10. It says this: therefore love is the fulfillment of the law. And Paul wrote that wisely. If I just love God and others, I'll obey the law. It's just a kind of a natural thing that happens out of that. Okay? So, hopefully that's helpful for you today. Thank you for watching. I'm just a regular dude walking in the Word. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow as we continue our journey through the book of Matthew. Lord's blessing. I'll see you then.